Hey champs of ExamsNet, welcome to the question series of ExamsNet. Students, you must have explored our website www.examsnet.com. This site is a great place for you to practice your entrance exam question papers because here you will find so many entrance exam question papers along with their detailed PDF solution. And you must download our app. The link is available in the description box. So today students we will be solving JEE Main 23rd Jan 2025 Shift 2 paper. Okay. So in this particular video I'll be solving the physics part of the paper. So starting with the very first question of the physics part, that is question number 26. There is a circular disk of radius r meter and mass m kg is rotating around the axis perpendicular to the disk. And external torque is applied to the disk such that theta t is equals to 5t square minus 8t, where theta t is the angular position of the rotating disk as a function of time t. Okay, so how much power is delivered by the applied torque when t equals to 2 seconds? So students, at t equals to 2 seconds, we have to find the power delivered. So we know the formula of power, P equals to F into V. So we can also write F as tau and V as omega. And we know that tau is I alpha into, it will become omega. So power will be I alpha omega. And we are given angular position theta t equals to 5t square minus of 8t. So first of all, differentiate it and we will get our omega. Del theta over del t equals to omega. It will be 10t minus of 8. So from here alpha equals to 10 and at t equals to 2 seconds it will be 20 minus 8 means 12. So omega is 12 here. So just put the value here. So P will be I, moment of inertia. It is a circular disk. So for circular disk the moment of inertia is mr square by 2 into alpha. Alpha is 10 and omega is 12. So it will be 2 6. So P will be equals to 60 mr square, means power is 60 mr square. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Now next question 27. A plain electromagnetic wave of frequency 20 megahertz travels in free space along the plus x direction. At a particular point in space and time, the electric field vector of the wave is given as Ey equals to 9.3 volt per meter. Then the magnetic field of the vector. Okay, this is a very simple question. Just apply the formula. E is equals to C into B. So B is equals to E by C. And E is given as 9.3. And we know speed of light 3 into 10 to the power 8. So it will be 3.1 into 10 to the power minus 8 Tesla. So the correct answer is option D. Now next question is 28. The width of one of the two slits in Young's double slit experiment is D, while that of the other slit is XD. Okay. Width of one slit is D and width of second slit is XD. If the ratio of the maximum to minimum intensity in the interference pattern on the screen is 9:4, I max to I minimum is given as 9/4. Then what is the value of x? Okay. We know that the formula for I max over I minimum is equals to A1 plus A2 square over A1 minus A2 square. Here A is the directly proportional to width of this slit. Okay. Okay, one is D and another one is XD. Okay, let us assume the slit with D equals to 1. So for first one D is 1 and for second one it will be X. Okay. So I max over I minimum can be written as x plus 1 whole square over x minus 1 whole square, and it is given as 9 by 4. So from here we can write x plus 1 over x minus 1 equals to 3 by 2. Okay, so it will be 3x minus 3 will be equals to 2x plus 2. So x will be equals to 5. So option B is the correct answer. Now next question 29. The energy of a system is given as ET equals to this much, where T is the time and beta is given as this. The errors in the measurement of A and T are 1.2% and 1.6% respectively. At T equals to 5 seconds, we have to find the maximum percentage error in the energy. Okay. The energy is given as alpha cube e to the power minus beta t. So first of all differentiate it, so we will get dE is equals to 3 alpha square d alpha e to the power minus beta t plus alpha cube e to the power minus beta t, then minus of beta into dt. Okay, so to find the percentage error we will write dE over E. It will be equals to 3 d alpha over alpha plus minus of beta dt. Okay, since it is E only, and this will alpha square into E beta d. If we multiply the numerator and denominator with alpha, this will eventually become E only, and this will E. So we have taken this E here in the denominator, and this has become 3 over alpha into d alpha plus minus of beta into dt. Got it? Now we can write it as delta E over E is equals to 3 delta alpha over alpha plus beta into delta t, because whenever we solve such type of questions to find the errors, so always we take negative sign as positive only. Okay, so percentage error will be delta t, it will be 3 delta alpha over alpha, and in terms of alpha it is given as 1.2. So for this it will be 3 into 1.2, and beta, and in T it is given as 1.6% na. So at T equals to 5 seconds, the 1.6 into 5. So percentage error will be delta E over E will be equals to 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1.6 into 5. So it will be 3.6 plus 8.0. So it will be equals to 6. 11.6 means option D is the correct answer. Okay, it is 11.6 na. 3 into 1.2, it will be 3.6 plus, correct, 11.6. Option D is the correct answer. Now next question 30. A massless spring gets elongated by amount x1 under a tension of 5 Newton. Its elongation is x2 under the tension of 7 Newton. For the elongation of this, the tension in the spring will be, okay, so tension T1 is given as 5 Newton and T2 is given as 7 Newton. Okay, we know that T is directly proportional to x. So to remove this proportionality constant, we put here k, proportionality constant k into x. So from here for T1 we can write k into x1. For T2 we can write k into x2. So from here x1 will be equals to t1 over k, means x1 is equals to 5 over k, and x2 is equals to t2 over k, means it is equals to 7 over k. So we have to find 5x1 minus 2x2. So it will be equals to 5 into 5 over k minus 2 into 7 over k. So it will be 25 over k minus 14 over k. So it will be equals to 11 over k. Okay. 11 over k means if 5x1 into 2x2, this will be like this. So it will be 11 only. So option B is the correct answer. Now next question 31. Water flows in a horizontal pipe whose one end is closed with a valve. The reading of the pressure gauge again attached to the pipe is P1. The reading of the pressure gauge falls to P2 when the valve is open. Okay, at first the valve is closed. Closed mean, let us say pressure of the pipe is P1. When it is closed, the pressure is P1, and when it is open, the pressure gauge falls to P2 when the valve is open. The speed of the water flowing in the pipe is proportional to. Okay, so here the approach is to use the Bernoulli's theorem. When we apply Bernoulli's theorem, so difference in the pressure will be P1 minus P2, and this difference in pressure is equals to half rho V square. This we all know. So here we can see that V is directly proportional to under root of P1 minus P2. This is a very simple question. So option A is the correct answer. Now next question 32. In a photoelectric effect, an electromagnetic wave is incident on a metal surface. This is a metal surface. An electromagnetic wave is incident on it and electrons are ejected from it. If the work function of the metal is 2.14, phi is given as 2.14 electron volt, stopping potential is given as 2 volt. What is the wavelength of the electromagnetic wave? Okay. Work function is given as this, stopping potential is given as this. So we'll use the photoelectric equation, that is Hc over lambda is equals to work function plus this stopping potential. So it will be 2.14 plus 2. So it will be 4.14 electron volt. And we have to find the wavelength of the electromagnetic wave. So we know the formula, wavelength is equals to 1242 over this 4.14. So it will be 1242 over 414 into 100. So this will be 3 times. So it will be 300 nanometer. So from this, option A is the correct answer. Now question 33. Water of mass m gram is slowly heated to increase the temperature from T1 to T2. The change in entropy. Okay, we are given with the specific heat. So change in entropy. Okay, we know that dq is equals to ms dt. Okay, and ds is equals to dq over t. So it will be ms dt over t. So we can write delta s is equals to ms ln t2 by t1 log of t2 over t1. So if in the question it is given as 1, so delta s will be equals to m log of t2 over t1. So our answer is option B. Now question number 34. A ball having kinetic energy Ke is projected at an angle of 60 degree from the horizontal. And what will be the kinetic energy of the ball at the highest point of its flight? Okay. this is the projecting angle and it is at an angle of 60 degree. Let us suppose initially the speed is u. So at the maximum height its speed will become u cos theta. So it will be u by 2. Okay. So here initially the kinetic energy is half mu square and here the kinetic energy is half mu square by 4. So at the highest point means here the kinetic energy is becoming 1/4 time of the initial one, means 1/4 time of the uh, kinetic energy which is at the starting point. So our answer is option B. Okay. Now next question 35. We have to match list 1 with list 2. Okay. At first, permeability of free space. Okay. We know that the formula B is equals to mu naught I over 2 pi r. And another formula is QVB. Force is equals to QVB, na? So from here, permeability of free space, mu naught will be equals to B r over I. And from here, we can write B equals to F over QV. So it will be F over QV into I into R. And we know that the dimension of force is MLT minus 2. It is R, means having dimension of length, over Q. Q equals to IT, means A into T. So it will be AT and V. V is LT minus 1 and I is ampere A. So it will be ML square T minus 2 over this A square into L. So it will become M L minus 1, sorry, L plus 1 A minus 2 T minus 2. So M L A minus 2 T minus 2 means it matches with third. So first matches with third and second magnetic field. So again from here B equals to F over QV. F is again MLT minus 2. Q is again AT. V is again LT minus 1. So it will become M A inverse. This LL cancels out. This TT cancels out. So M A minus 1 T minus 2 means B matches with second. So this A matches with third. B matches with second. Okay. Then magnetic moment. Do you know that magnetic moment equals to I into A? I is ampere. A is area, length is square. So it will be AL square. Means fourth. So C matches with fourth. And then torsional constant. We know that tau equals to C theta. And we know that C is equals to ML square T minus 2. So it matches with first. Okay, so A1 is third, B1 is second, C is fourth, and D is first. So option A is the correct answer. Now 36th question. A galvanometer having a coil's resistance 30 ohm needs 20 milliampere of current for full scale deflection. If a maximum current of 3 ampere is to be measured using this galvanometer, the resistance of the shunt to be added to the galvanometer should be this much. So we have to find the value of X. So at first, this is 30 ohm galvanometer, okay? And current Ig is flowing through it. It is 20 milliampere. So 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere, okay? And maximum current 3 ampere is flowing when we have applied a shunt to it. Okay, so we have to find this value of this shunt, means the value of this x. Okay, so it will be like this. This is I current, so we will write the equation first. So I minus this Ig into this resistance R is equals to this Ig into this G, and R resistance is of this shunt. Okay, so I is 3 ampere, Ig is 0.02 ampere into R. It will be equals to 0.02 into 30 ohm. So when we solve it, it will become R equals to 0.02 into 30 over 3 minus 0.02 means it will be equals to 2.98. So when we solve it, we get 30 over 149. So when we compare it with this, so the value of x is 149. Means option B is the correct answer. Now question 37. Using the PV diagram, the work done by an ideal gas. Okay, we know that the work done is equals to area under the graph. Okay, so in path of ABCD, ABCD means we have to find of this much. Okay, ABCD means this one from here to here. So first we will find the area of this, then we will find the area of hole, then we will subtract the this area from this area. Okay, so for this part, the area will be length into breadth. It is a rectangle. So P naught into this is 3 V naught, this is 2 V naught. So it will be V naught only. And the area of this hole is, let us say this is A1, now A2. Area of this hole is this 2 P naught, and again this 2 V naught, 3 V naught minus V naught, 2 V naught, but it is in anti-clockwise direction. So here work done is P naught V naught, and here the work done will be minus of 4 P naught V naught. So when we solve it, we get our work done is equals to minus of 3 P naught V naught. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Now question 38. What is the current through the battery in the circuit shown below? Okay, so this is a very simple question of diode. This is positive, this is negative. So it is making an ideal diode. So when it will be an ideal diode. So it will behave like a plain wire. So here it will act like this, 20 ohm, and this will be 5 volt. So 20 ohm, these two are in parallel. So their equivalent will be 10 ohm. Now just apply the formula V equals to IR. So I will be V, 5 ohm or 5 volt over R, 10. So it will be 1 by 2 means 0.5. Option C is the correct answer. Now question 39. If a satellite orbiting the Earth is 9 times closer to the Earth than the Moon, what is the time period of rotation of the satellite? Satellite is 9 times closer to the Earth than the Moon. So let that of the Moon be R distance. So it will be R by 9. Okay. And we know from Kepler's formula, T square is directly proportional to R cube, and time period for moon is of 27 days. Okay, so we can write 27 square is equals to R cube, and T square for that of the satellite is equals to this R by 9 cube. Okay, so solving it we get 27 square over T square equals to R cube over 9 cube. So it will be 27 square over T square it will be equals to r cube over this r cube into 9 cube. So this r cube cancels out. So 27 square over 9 cube, it will be equals to t square. So from here we can write t is equals to 27 into 27 square over 9 into 9 into 9. So okay, it will be 1 day only. Okay. So T is 1 day means option A is the correct answer. Now next question 40. 2-point charges minus 4 microcoulomb and 4 microcoulomb plus 4 microcoulomb constituting an electric dipole are placed at 9 0 0 its coordinate and its coordinate are 9 0 0 in a uniform electric field of strength 10 to the power 4 Newton per coulomb. The work done on the dipole in rotating it from equilibrium to 180 degree. Okay, we know that the electrostatic energy formula for such type of question is minus P dot E. Since we have to find the work done, so the work done will be change in this electrostatic energy. It will be now 2P dot E since it is rotating with an angle of 180 degree. So 180 degree means eventually it will be P dot E minus of P dot E, then it will become 2P dot E. Now just put the values here. So 2P dot E, it will be this 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 9 means 18. 18 into 10 to the power minus 2 since these are in centimeter and into this E 10 to the power 4. So it will be equals to 18 into 4 into 2. It will be 144 and this will be 10 to the power minus 8 and plus of 4. So it will be minus of 4. Means it will be 14.4 millijoule. So the answer is option A. Now the next question is 41. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion A and the other is reason R. So, okay, this is assertion, okay, not reason. Assertion. So assertion is given as the binding energy per nucleon is found to be practically independent of the atomic number A for nuclei with mass numbers between 30 and 170. Okay, we know the binding energy curve, binding energy per nucleon over this mass number. We know that the curve is something like this. So for 30 to 170, the binding energy per nucleon curve always remain constant. Okay, so it is practically independent of the atomic number as given in the assertion. Okay, so for this assertion A is true. Okay, and reason is given as the nuclear forces long range forces, but this is wrong. Nuclear forces are not long range forces, these are short range forces. Okay, so assertion A is true, but the reason R is wrong for it. So for this, the option A, that is A is true but R is wrong, is the correct answer. Now question 42. Two charges 7 microcoulomb and minus 4 microcoulomb. 7 and 4. 7 microcoulomb and 4 microcoulomb are placed at the coordinates are given as minus 700 and 700. Given epsilon naught value, the electrostatic potential energy of the charge. Okay, this is simply a formula based question. We know that the electrostatic potential energy U is equals to K Q1 Q2 over R, and K we know that 9 into 10 to the power 9. Okay, into Q1 is 7 and Q2 is 4. So 7 into 4, sorry, 7 into 10 to the power minus 6, since it is 7 microcoulomb, and into 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 over R. Distance between them. This is 7, this is 7. The distance between them will be 14 into 10 to the power minus 2 in terms of meter. So when we will solve it, it is 7 twos are 14, 2 twos are 4, 9 twos are 18. So it will be minus of 18 into 10 to the power this 9 minus 6 plus of 2. So it will be minus 18 into 10 to the power minus 1. It will be minus 1.8 joule. Okay, so the correct answer is option D. Now 43 question. A concave mirror of focal length f in air is dipped in a liquid of refractive index mu. Its focal length in the liquid wave. Okay, we know that the concave mirror is not dependent on the refractive index. Whether we dipped in a liquid or not, the concave mirror does not depend on refractive index mu. So the focal length will remain the same as it is in initial condition, means it will remain f only. Now 44 question. The equation of a transverse wave traveling around a string is given by this, where x is in millimeter and t is in second, the velocity of the wave. Okay. First, we will write the general equation for such type of question. Y is equals to y naught sine kx plus omega t. Okay. So now this is not f, this is t, 600t. Okay, so when we compare it, we find k as 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter inverse. So it will be 20 meter inverse. Okay, and omega is 600 here. So, and we know the relation omega is equals to v into k. So from here velocity will be equals to omega by k. So omega is 600 and k is 20. So it will be 30 meter per second. And here we are seeing that kx plus omega t means it is also plus and it is also plus. Both are in same direction. So the sign convention will be negative, means velocity will be negative. So V will be minus 30 meter per second. Okay. Now question 45. The refractive index of the material of a glass prism is √3. So the next question is 45. The refractive index of the material of a glass prism, it's √3. Okay, so mu is given as √3. The angle of minimum deviation is equal to the angle of the prism. Okay. Minimum deviation is given as angle of prism. So we have to find what is the angle of prism. Okay. So basically we have to find the value of A, since we know the formula. Mu is equals to sine A plus del m by 2 over sine A by 2. Okay. So since mu is given as √3 and minimum deviation is equal to the angle A of the prism, so here we will write sine A over sine A by 2. Okay. And we know the formula sine 2 theta is equals to 2 sine theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. Cos theta, sorry. 2 sine theta equals to 2. Sine 2 theta equals to 2 sine theta cos theta. So it will be 2 sine A by 2 into cos A by 2 over sine A by 2. So this will cancels out. So under √3 will be equals to 2 cos A by 2, means cos A by 2 is equals to √3 by 2. And for this it will be equals to cos A by 2 equals to cos of 30 degree. It means A by 2 is equals to 30 and A will be equals to 60 degree. So the angle of prism is 60 degree means option C is the correct answer. Now question 46. A time-varying potential difference is applied between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor of capacitance 2.5 microfarad. The dielectric constant of the medium between the parallel plates is 1. Okay. K dielectric constant is given as 1. It produces an instantaneous displacement current of 0.5 milliampere. Displacement current is given as 0.25 milliampere. In the intervening space between the capacitor plates, the magnitude of the rate of change of potential difference. Okay. Since we know that for the capacitor charge Q equals to C into V. Okay, so when we differentiate it with respect to time, so dq by dt, we know that dq by dt is nothing but current. It is equals to C into dV by dt. So from here, the rate of change of the potential difference dV by dt will be equals to current over this capacitance C, and current is 0.5 milliampere, so it will be 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 over capacitance. Capacitance is given as 2.5 microfarad, means 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad. So when we solve it, we get 1000 over 10, so it will be equals to 100. So the potential difference will be 100, okay, volt per second. Now next question 47. An air bubble of radius 1 millimeter is observed at the depth of 20 centimeter below the free surface of a liquid having surface tension 0.095 joule per meter square. Okay, and the density 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. The difference between the pressure inside the bubble and the atmospheric pressure is. Okay, so let us try to understand this question first. Let us say this is the liquid. Let us assume this is water and here is a bubble. Okay, so inside pressure, let us say this is P1, outside pressure is P2, and this height is H, and P0 is the atmospheric pressure outside. Okay, so we have to find the difference between inside bubble pressure and the atmospheric pressure, means we have to find the difference between P1 minus P0, and this is inside bubble pressure and this is outside bubble pressure. So we know the formula P1 minus P2 is equals to 2S over R. Okay. So P1, we can write this P2 as this P0 plus rho GH. Okay. Rho GH, it will be equals to 2S over R. So P1 minus P0 will be equals to 2S over R plus rho GH, and we are given the density as 10 to the power 3 and surface tension is given as 0.095. So P1 minus P0 will be equals to 2 into this 0.095 over R. R is given as 1 millimeter, so it will be 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Plus density is given as 10 to the power 3 into G10 into height. Height is given as 20 centimeter, means 0.2. So when we solve it, we get this will be equals to 10 to the power 4 into 0.2. This will be equals to this will be 190. So it will be equals to 2000 plus 190, means it will be equals to 2190 Pascal. So the pressure difference between inside pressure of bubble and this P0 atmospheric pressure will be 2190 Pascal, or we can say 2190 Newton per meter square. Next question is 48. In a series LCR circuit, a resistor of 300 ohm, a capacitor of 25 microfarad, and an inductor of 100 millihenry are used for maximum current in the circuit, the angular frequency of the AC source is. Okay, we are given with R 300 ohm, capacitance C 25. Students, in this question, there is a mistake. In place of microfarad here, it is nanofarad, okay? And L is given as 100 millihenry. So we know that for resonance condition, omega is equals to 1 over under root of LC. So it will be equals to 1 over under root of 100 into 10 to the power minus 3 into LC. 25 into 10 to the power minus 9 farad. So when we solve it, we get um, 1 over 5 under root of 10 to the power minus 3 minus of 9 plus of 2. So it will be equals to 1 over 5 under root of 10 to the power minus of 10. So it will be equals to 1 over 5 into 10 to the power uh, minus of 5. So it will be equals to 10 to the power 5 over 5. If we multiply and divide this with 10 to the 10 into 10, so we'll get 10 to the power 6 over 5, 50. So we get it 2 into 10 to the power 4. So our answer is 2 into 10 to the power 4 radian per second inverse. Now next question 49. A satellite of mass m by 2 is. Now the question number 49. A satellite of mass m by 2 is revolving around Earth in a circular orbit at a height of r by 3 from Earth's surface. The angular momentum of the satellite is m root gmr over x. So we have to find the value of x. So let us say this is Earth and its radius is r, and a satellite whose mass is m by 2 is revolving around the Earth at a height of r by 3, okay, from the from the Earth's surface. The angular momentum of the satellite is, okay, the satellite is revolving around the Earth, so its orbital velocity will be under root of gm over small r, okay. And for the angular momentum, L equals to mvr. So mass is m by 2 and velocity, orbital velocity is gm over r into this r. So it will be m by 2 under root of gmr, and this small r is what? This small r will be m by 2 under root of gm r by 3 plus r. So it will be 4r by 3, okay? So 4r over 3. So it will be m by 2 into 2 over gmr by 3. So it will be m into under root of gmr over 3. So comparing it with that given in the question, gmr over x. So the value of x is equals to 3 here, okay? X is 3. Now next question 50. At steady state, the charge on the capacitor shown in the circuit below is, okay. So steady state, okay. So the potential is given as 5 volt. If I naught current is flowing in this circuit, so I naught will be, since V equals to IR, so I will be V over R. So total resistance is, these two resistance are in series, so total will be 25 ohm. So I will be 5 over 25 means 1 by 5 ampere, okay. So current is 1 by 5. So the voltage here will be 10 into 1 by 5. It is 2 volt. So the charge on the capacitor, since Q equals to CV, so C is 8 microfarad and voltage is 2. So it will be 16 microcoulomb. Okay. So charge on the capacitor will be 16 microcoulomb.